Hi, this is Randy Graham with the National Weather Service in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the weekly fire weather briefing created on Monday, July 1st, 2013. Looking at the week ahead, there are two main areas of concern. The first is for critically low relative humidity readings for many areas across the state from Monday afternoon through Wednesday afternoon. Overnight recoveries will also be poor during this period. This includes zones 478 and 479 and zones 488 through 498. After Wednesday, humidity readings will trend up a bit as more moisture returns to the state. The second area of concern is isolated dry thunderstorms over the high terrain Monday afternoon and evening. While the storms are expected to be quite isolated, they will have the potential to produce dry lightning strikes and gusty erratic winds. The greatest threat for dry thunderstorms will be in zones 488, 493, 496 through 498. The threat for dry thunderstorms will then expand into the high terrain of northern Utah for Tuesday and Wednesday, while continuing for the high terrain of central and southern Utah. While the storms are expected to be quite isolated, they will have the potential to produce dry lightning strikes and gusty erratic winds. The greatest threat for dry thunderstorms will be in zones 479, 480, 488, 493, and 496 through 498. After Wednesday, the coverage of thunderstorms is expected to increase, but storms are expected to be wet by that time. Confidence is high that the relative humidity values will remain low while conditions remain quite hot Monday through Wednesday. There is medium confidence that moisture will increase late this week into the weekend, resulting in an increase in thunderstorm coverage and increased relative humidity across the state. However, if the upper high does not shift southeast as quickly as expected, this could delay the return of the moisture to the state. The area of lowest confidence at this time is with respect to the potential for dry thunderstorms on Tuesday and Wednesday. While dry thunderstorm coverage will be quite isolated on Monday afternoon, confidence is lower with respect to the areal extent of dry thunderstorms on Tuesday and Wednesday. Coverage this time is expected to remain isolated over the high terrain, but there is a potential that increased instability and a little more moisture flowing around the upper high could result in an increase in the coverage. A look at the large-scale weather pattern shows that a strong ridge of high pressure will remain in place over the Great Basin through the middle of the week. This will keep dry northerly flow in place over Utah through Wednesday. This will result in critically low afternoon relative humidity values with poor overnight recovery. Isolated dry thunderstorms, primarily over the high terrain of central and southern Utah, are also expected. Late in the week, an upper-level trough will move through the northern Intermountain region. This will suppress the upper-level ridge to the south and east, which will allow moisture to increase across the state. As the moisture increases, thunderstorm coverage is expected to increase across the state as well. Additionally, southwest winds may increase, especially across the central and southern portions of the state late this week through the weekend. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email to the email address shown on the screen, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.